Hello everyone, I am Tia Womble and this is the 6 o'clock news. Tonight we have some pressing matters to address as there has been breaking news in the academic literature. There has been evidence brought forward of a severe mental disorder increasing its prevalence in our population. This disorder is bulimia nervosa. This is a serious mental disorder that is characterized by repetitive episodes of binge eating and compensatory behaviors. These behaviors include self-induced vomiting, use of laxatives, diuretics, amphetamines, or prolonged periods of starvation. These are all attempts to try and maintain one's body weight. We encourage the public to become educated on what a binge episode may look like. An episode of binge eating is identified by eating a large amount of food within a discrete period of time, as well as the person having a sense of lack of control over their eating during the episode. From our researchers, we have been advised that if you or anyone you know is a woman between the ages of 20 to 24 years old, to please be aware that they are at the highest risk of developing bulimia nervosa. This disorder has a peak onset in females between the ages of 16 to 20 years old. This just in, to be fully diagnosed with bulimia nervosa, individuals must experience at least 4 episodes of both uncontrollable binge eating and compensatory behaviors each month for a minimum of 3 months. Researchers are warning the public that they have found environmental, genetic, sociocultural, and reproductive hormones that are risk factors for developing bulimia nervosa. We are now going to hear from our on-site reporter who is with a researcher. Hello, Tia. I've been told from a reliable source that general risk factors include shape and weight concerns, dietary restraints, and a family history of an eating disorder. Others include stressful life events, including exposure to physical or sexual abuse, certain familial experiences, and negative emotional attachment. Specific risk factors, such as possible biological mechanisms, have been dysregulation in either general brain arousal caused by serotonin or specific system coordination that is influenced by estrogen can contribute to dysregulation in eating behavior. This can be either over-preparing the individual to find and eat food or under-prepare the individual to stop eating completely. This is all for now. Back to you, Tia. It has also been brought to our attention here at the 6 o'clock news that researchers have found possible genetic risk factors for developing the disorder. These include changes to the way that the DNA are processed within the cell, specifically changes to certain proteins called histones, and a decrease in mRNA transcription of the 5-HT transporter. There is evidence that these epigenetic changes can affect both memory formation and fear conditioning, which is important aspects of the development and maintenance of eating disorders. The environment has also been found to be a risk factor for developing the disease. This means that individuals should take extra precautions to try and avoid these situations at all costs. These include the exposure to specific chemicals in the environment, such as phytoestrogens, synthetic estrogens, and environmental estrogens, as these act to regulate metabolic processes and can change an individual's ability to naturally keep weight and fat stores regulated. There has been a cause where being exposed to chemicals such as bisphenol A, BPA, that is found in plastics can lead to a decrease in fetal baby weight as well as dysregulation of the estrogen system disorders. There have been several general parental factors found that may increase the susceptibility of developing an eating disorder. These include having a parent who is suffering from a mental illness, especially bipolar disorder, personality disorder, and anxiety disorder. It has also been found children are more at risk if they have a parent that has over-rigid or negative views on weight and food consumption, or if the parent themselves is suffering from an eating disorder. With this being said, we urge the public to be aware that if you or someone you know has a parent with an eating disorder, that the child has a 10 times greater risk for developing an eating disorder themselves. As for specific personality traits that may be risk factors for bulimia nervosa, there have been connections between those that have low self-esteem, depressive symptoms, and social anxiety are at an increased risk. It has also been found in the etiology of bulimia nervosa that individuals with the disorder are likely to be considered perfectionists, novelty-seeking, and neurotic. With all of this information, it is important for the public to be aware that it has been found that bulimia nervosa is not caused by one single gene or risk factor. It has been shown that risk factors may work together to increase the risk of developing an eating disorder, such as bulimia nervosa, over time. As of now, researchers are continuing to look into more possible risk factors. Once they find more information, we here at the 6 o'clock news will be the first to let you know. This is all we have time for tonight. For now, good night and see you again tomorrow.